Inferno for Cloud9. They've got good memories on it. It's been nothing but nightmares seemingly for SK. We'll see if they can overcome that starting on the T side.
Absolutely, I do favor Cloud9 slightly here, but you can never discount SK Gaming on any map, really. Let's see what kind of version of themselves turns up today. They will have 2 smokes and a Molotov as well. No B rush coming in, but they have got the utility to suggest it will end up on that side of the map. Bit of damage there towards the top of B, courtesy of Taco. So they can smoke towards coffins, CT spawn, Molotov either new boxes or the first oranges or the blue barrels. We'll see whether that will come in. I assume that's the smoke towards coffins, indeed it is. And here's the Molotov, and it looks like it will be going to the new boxes indeed. So this is actually going to look quite nice for SK here. But looked up the boost player Tarek. He's got a chance to open things up. He does that. Emphatic style does take down Fur. And it's Stewie to do even more damage through the smoke there. Another dink coming in automatic with another boost here. They're making SK look a little bit silly here. This double boost actually working tremendously well. Cold0 through the smoke. 3 versus 1 for him, but that won't be lasting too long. Stewie to shut things out. Cloud9, a very clean pistol there, Matt.
Very clean indeed. They've had the better of the pistols throughout the course of this series. And it gives them a chance to build up the bank on a CT side that does rely on quite a bit of utility, especially toward Banana. So head armor for 3 T players. Furbolt's cold. Taco with chest. Fallen with nothing but utility. Little run boost action for Stu. There a little bit early perhaps, but nades down far too early as there's no one rushing from SK. In fact, they're going to go up toward ult middle predominantly. Taco already inside of the apartments. We'll look over toward the A site, toward pit, and Rush and Tarek will be posted inside of it.
A full spy for SK. Very slow moving so far. Deagles, CZs. PT50 as well, just for falling there. He's gone for the utility instead. You can see he's got the smoke, flashbangs, and Molotov. They haven't got a ton of map control just yet, but Taco is at the end of the apartment, so at least one objective has been completed, as you can see. He's waiting for that smoke to go down, and his teammates can try and flash him in. He's been great with the Deagle so far. As we hit the 1 minute mark, very passive hold from Cloud9, focusing on those rifles. 3 for masses, 2 UMPs. Tarek on the other side of that smoke. 50 seconds now, bit of mid control as well. This is fine for Cloud9. They know they've got the firepower to deny them getting on the site itself.
Waiting to go out. We'll try and capitalize on preoccupied defense. Preoccupation seemingly is good enough on its own as Derek gets taken down by Fur. Rush sneaks out behind the smoke. The Doodle's gone as well. Rush is traded out by Cold. This is going to open up the possibility for a bomb plant. Guns grabbed, and perhaps a round stolen from SK as Stewie and Automatic both rotate down from Banana. Automatic will jump to Boiler. Look for him to walk down the hallway at apartments and work off of Stu. Back already at the replay, despite that we're still underway. Cold had all the kills required. Stewie is going to try and make amends, make do. Can't do it anything at all. In fact, as the flash went into the deep side of pit, Taco's holding by the broken wall, and Automatic is well aware of it. No kid for him, gets a shot. Might go for this now because he has information that they're inside of the site. I thought the save might have been possible in a 1 versus 3. It still might be, and in fact, he's out.
Certainly is, and it will be SK Gaming with the Deagle frags. The PT50's working out. It's Cold0 with 2. Automatic will fend one of them off, but he'll be the only surviving member of Cloud9 here. Cold0, same story for him. But his job is done. SK Gaming certainly stealing the round back, as you can see. There's a Deagle doing tremendous work, sneaking down the back lines, and a passive hold from Cloud9 didn't really work out too strongly in the end for them. As the round continues, 1 FAMAS saved. It will be the force by equal measure from the North American squad. UMP for Stewie, 3 CZs for Rush, Skadoodle, and Tarek. It's a very powerful weapon generally, even more so on Inferno. Also tight little choke points and cubby holes and CDs to hide in and treat it like a rifle in some cases. Big conversation about that weapon and whether it is too powerful. The nades seem to be powerful this round though. Taka goes under 4 HP, takes 2 of them to the face. Well timed by Cloud9, not using them at the very start to deny the rush. Just trying to cause some wounds towards the mid stages there. Taka will have to fall back.
AK trying to spam down the hallway. Rush will be safe from the position he's holding. And in fact, he stayed there longer. Taco's walking up that stairwell. Doesn't have a lot to work with on 4 HP. In fact, he's going to smartly stop and not take that close proximity battle as a result of it. Fallen just runs over Stu. Hits him with the UMP, and it's Automatic and Skadoodle to work together, but no longer because Automatic's gone. Skadoodle needs to do something of this. Does get one kill back, but that is all, and it should open up the B site. It should open up the round as well.
Rush and Tarek, no say in this round, I'm afraid. 4 versus 2. Tarek, 100 HP, and all the same story for Rush. He'll just be holding up and hoping to see if any mistakes are made by the SK forces as they explore the map. Taco waits in second middle, good position. He does. Little does he know, he's got a player right next to him. That's going to be Rush on the low HP. Both of them on that side of the map. Taco's being very cautious. Remember, he's only got 4 himself, so just sit there in the Romeo position. That's a little walkway between the T-apps and the CT apartments there. It's all quiet now as the bomb will go off. Money will be in the bin for Cloud9 in the next round. They'll be able to save these CZs by the look of things. Taco's not going to be doing much here at all. He just holds up and sees if any Cloud9 members will offer themselves up. He'll fall back with the knives in hand. And there we have it, 2-1. Final map of this series. It's all on the line. Whoever loses this will not be making it to the arena.
What a shock that would be not to have 2 of these world-class contenders in. I want to say the Cathedral of Counter-Strike, but that's reserved for Cologne. But it's up there. It's up there.
Yep, it certainly is.
That would be shocking. Certainly some disappointed faces. Not just these 5 players that'll suffer the fate, but also some of the many fans that these 2 teams have gathered around the world.
4, like we said, for Eco now for Cloud9 at this point. There's the 2 safe CZs and helmets. Could be beneficial. Means Mag 10 in the way, and you actually have the advantage there. Directly challenged, and he'll go down to the USPs. There's automatically the first thing for the CZ, but Fallen stepping up now. Skadoodle down to 1 HP, and that's a guaranteed kill for Fur. Maybe even a double here. As Skadoodle hides in the corner, can't even afford to challenge here, but Bolts will find him and take him down. Good shot. And automatic left with just the USB. Not much you can do without that at all. And it will be 3-1. Number 5 will come in. Will there be an AWP available for Cloud9? Time will tell. I'll have a look at the cash. It's not looking too amazing over there. Automatic could just about drop 1 and have no armor for himself. 5 M4s it is. Automatic looking to get a kit here. Skadoodle picks 1 up, so they've got at least 1, but they have no incendiaries. Skadoodle with nothing more than just a smoke. Automatic just buys that last second incendiary just to note. So look at the setup here. Rush will deploy a smoke for them at the very start towards the top of B. There it is. It lands, and it means Stewie and Automatic keep their smokes now. As you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, they have that bit of utility available to them. It's very important in Inferno. Yanko touched it. Utility certainly is keeping this map ideal for locking the T's out and denying execution. You can time it well and hold it to the very last second and try and fend them off without using it until the last moments, then you're in a great position. T's using theirs to flush out these initial sectors of the banana. You can see using it towards the corner, checking the sandbags there, just making sure they have full control at this point. CT can retake the top banana, but usually they're challenged at the very start. They want to do that. Boosting 1 player up in CT spawn. Default going well for SK so far. They have full banana control and apartments. That's usually objective 1 and 2. You decide where to go from there.
So back in banana for Bolts. He's waiting for his team to join him, and they will do so. He with the back 10 should lead, and thus far is, for a moment just to let Fur clear some of the deeper angles with the AK-47, but then they go. Fur, back turn, Taco to run by, Bolts needs to run and gun. He needs to spray potential. Fur makes the first kill look easy, but they don't check for Stu, and he drops down. It's taken out eventually by the back 10. That's traded immediately, but so too is Skadoodle, who hit him by Fallen. So 1 for 1 for 1 for 1. As the bomb is planted, it's still a 2 versus 2 as Fallen has to find the player at CT and can't land the shot, but they do at least get a smoke in position to give them a decent setup. And Cold's confirmed as well that Banana's wide open.
There is a kit available for the CTs. That's in the back of the belt of Rush. He's got a Molotov as well. He'll use that towards the emo position right now. Perfectly lands there, and that's going to flush one of the players out. This is really well played, but Fallen goes 1 step further. Flushed out by the Molotov, and it's actually to the demise of Cloud9 there. They give him the opportunity, and he makes sure he lands both of those shots. Very good stuff there with the AK-47. He has no chance but to just go out and face them, And my God, does he deliver. Very, very well done. 4-1 in SK on the T side here. And Cloud9 have no choice but to go for a partial buy, I'd imagine. I was worried they're going to force buy that one. You can see the CZs and scouts being purchased, but it keeps himself hovering around to about $2,500. With the loss bonus coming into maximum next round, that is going to be enough to buy up. There it is. That's not bad at all. Automatic takes down Fur. That was from top and middle towards the underpass, I believe.
When Tarek go back into the site, Tarek's going to hold at quad. Automatic's actually going to rotate in with Skadoodle. Stack from Cloud9's side of the equation. Momentum not only stolen back by SK, but it's firmly held. And yes, momentum is a thing. To those of you who still don't believe that's the case, it certainly matters in terms of economy. Take down Taco and Fallen. Finding Rush will open up further right of passage toward the apartment. Now, little do they know, however, Tarek's yet to be spotted in this boiler room. Fallen might get caught out by this as well. If Skadoodle can confirm that he's looking down the hallway, Tarek will strike. That's been confirmed as of right now. Skadoodle running back. Surprisingly, I don't think they made contact with each other, but Tarek still wins the exchange.
Okay then, this round is turned on its head. 3 versus 2. AK picked up. Skadoodle now on the scout. Does land a shot towards coldzera as well. Takes him down to 51. 40 seconds remaining. coldzera definitely capable of turning this round on its head. Bolts. And wait for his teammate to make his way around towards Arch, which he will do. He'll take the attention away. That'll be the chance to strike. But here comes Stewie. Will he check the left-hand side? Makes a bit of noise there. Decides to rotate, but that's a guaranteed kill. Bit of a misstep there from Stewie. Tarek with the AK. If he gets one of these kills, he's got a chance, but he's on 4 HP. He's going to take some tremendous work right now. Well played by SK to recover from a round that looked like it was about to fall apart.
Good recovery indeed. 5-1. It certainly could have fallen apart, especially once Tarek had the gun inside of the pit. Did well to peek together, not give themselves up. Back to guns nonetheless for Cloud9, and Stewie's already on to the AWP. He'll be aided in that effort by Skadoodle as he picks up a second one to work with. Timeout called by SK. And as a result of that, so we sit to figure out what their call is going to be. Obviously, Fallen doesn't want to give anything up in this game, even though it's the first buy for Cloud9.
They know the money's stabilizing now over on the Cloud9 side. They've actually gone for a double orb setup on the CTs. That's going to be Skadoodle and Stewie. We know how powerful that can be. And Fallen shying away from the orb. He hasn't been electrifying of it. He had a couple of very good rounds on Mirage. But his AK has looked excellent, so why not stick on it? 5 rifles for them. And number 7. Just to note, Cloud9 recovery in terms of the overall standings financially, but you can see Skadoodle no nades whatsoever. He does buy a couple towards the end, so not too bad there. There's 1 killer to work with. But they have got the incendiaries, the smokes. Double orb setup can be very powerful on Inferno. That's one of the calling cards up. Cloud9 will see if it finds him any sort of success if he's putting off the tanker to get in a good position by the underpass. Fur also looking for those initial picks, seeing if anyone's getting aggressive there. Jumps up towards the apartments. CT's passive once again. No one challenging middle per se. We have got Skadoodle on the very corner. He's looking for anyone trying to challenge with the AWP at the very start. The same in terms of the default here. Get the apartments control. Takes a ticket damage from his own Molotov. It'll be okay. Still got 91.
Slow again from Cloud9. So Stewie's off, forced back inside of B by a few grenades. Ska still holds his angle at the arch toward top mid, so they know the mid wall's not at least been established yet from SK. Gold is just waiting for anyone to dare look for any information at Banana. In the front of the site. So this could be isolation wrap if they went that direction. Keep an eye on that because that's a wall of smokes for a wrap toward ruins. They might utilize that. This time they're going to use it as a fake as they head back toward A. Skadoodle positions accordingly in front of Library. He's got the lane to fire down. No further smokes in front of him to deter that vision, but he gets blashed off of it. In the meantime, Tarek has stepped up to find one on Bolts and managed to stay alive. It's falling apart from SK as Skadoodle hits the close shot on coldzera as well. For the last alive, 3 HP in the site, needs to die.
Wow. Skadoodle, nice shot with the AWP. It's Rush and Tarek to shut them down with the rifle setup though. It will be Cloud9 holding on the bomb site, allowing SK to have that mid-control at the very start. Cloud9 average. I didn't quite catch the stat map. I missed it. I should have read it out before.
It's okay. I didn't either, actually.
I normally catch them.
But I was looking at my lovely pass for tomorrow.
When we get inside.
It says I can go to the business area. That makes me feel important.
Yeah. Take a briefcase full of important documents there.
Yes. One of my briefcases was the 2 metal latches that I have to put a code into.
Exactly.
I walk around with a trench coat when I carry it. It actually just holds my USBS. Stewie trying his best to try to get some damage, down. Banana nades landing on top of him, puts him to 45. He has to fall back inside of the site. He'll go to emo. Very deep crossfire. You can see the X, but look at the positioning and how far away each player is. Automatics all the way back by the entrance to the chapel.
Well, this will be a BXQ. You can see all 5 players for SK lining them up. Smokes will be coming in. As one of the utilities I've discussed earlier in this half, you want to just try and lock the T's out. When you know they're going to execute, that's when there's smoke, so those incentives want to go down. That smoke is not great, though. That has left a massive gap that almost benefits the T's of anything. Automatic and CD spawn. Stewie towards emo. There are Molotovs to land in that position. They smoke CD spawn. Look like they really focused there into mid-land. And a spray down from Automatic. And Stewie did burn alive at the back there, map.
I was going to say, I thought I saw the flash land just as the Molotov was coming into the right side of the screen. He got completely caught off guard by it. Burned and no shots. SK looking to respond. It would be a 5-round full reset against Cloud9, and they're already conceding that fact to keep 3 guns alive at least for the next round. Certainly enough, especially with the AWP for Skadoodle, but it means we go 6-2 in favor of SK.
We certainly do. Well played there. SK, that's a brutal execution. We used to discuss this a lot when SK, on the previous iteration of this map, they used to be one of the best teams that execute towards the back of the B side there. It seems that they've kind of added that back into their repertoire. That Molotov towards the back of the emo area. You have to jump on the wall itself, and you can throw it right in towards the corner of the bomb site. If there's an AWP there, you flash it first, then drop the Molotov in. It's devastating, as Stewie found out. I'm sure we can catch it from his POV. We can see how difficult that is to contain. Shots coming in, and 3 players will survive on the CD side. It's always going to be so difficult to retake that one, especially with the disadvantage in terms of the numbers. Stewie gets nothing done there. Automatic got 1. I think that was about it. As he pushed the smoke. 6-2. Maybe starting to become a bit of an issue for Cloud9. As long as they save weapons, though, they're fine. Look at the scores. Frags pretty equally distributed on the SK side. 8 kills for Automatic for the CTs. Everyone else hovering around the 5-3 margin. Skadoodle faces towards the underpass. They want to be there. Fallen finds the first shot. Automatic drops like a sack of spuds. 5 versus 4 to open things up. T-side AWP showing it can be deadly.
Bud the Spud.
Exactly.
From the bright red mud. Anyone who knows that song has to be from my area. I think it'd be the only way. Fallen, flashed. Good timing on it as well. He gets away, but it's Bolts that was looking over his shoulder with the rifle, trying to get trade potential that gets taken down as a result of it. And this will limit SK. So again, saving those very few weapons, making Cloud9 have something of an argument in this round and a chance to avoid being bankrupt. Faru's going to work into the doorway of Boiler as well. Skadoodle still watching down, this time quad side. Flash, but undeterred, he holds his ground. Doesn't even move off the angle. He wants this. Knows they can't be that close where it was thrown, where it was popped from. No bounces. No one making any noise to rush around the corner after it. So calm and collected from Skadoodle. Rush on the balcony. Needs to be ready for the crossfire. That went under the arm. Wouldn't have been enough from Skadoodle either way. Gets baited into it with the utility being thrown. Rush does get the shot nonetheless. So Cold has access to the balcony because Rush is forced to fall into the pit, but there's also the rotation of Tarek to consider, or is there? Look at Fur slipping around behind. The smokes isolates Skadoodle entirely. Thankfully, Tarek gets Fur down. They'll still get the plant. Safe side box, not open to the quad, but look at Cold as well because he's got Stewie. That would have been the round in itself if he'd won that kill. He gets traded out by Tarek and Fallen with the bomb just edging away from the box. Says a 1 versus 2. Missed shot, Skadoodle. That gives Fallen a chance to get away. He can reposition in the apartments, and the round may deteriorate on that alone.
No kits for Skadoodle. I don't think he has a chance in this one now. Hunting for Fallen here, but he's made his way to the apartments. Time ticking away, and that should be it. Skadoodle has found a defuse kit here that has got an angle on the bomb. He's going to go for it as well. Surely gets off it, but that's going to be very close now. He goes for the defuse. I think he has got it.
Just barely.
Oh my goodness. Well played by Skadoodle. Touch and go there. Did not look comfortable, that situation. He fake defuses it. Ball's fallen out, and then all of a sudden, it all goes wrong. Great shot by Fallen to take down Tarek there.
That was nearly gone. That missed shot, especially, because at the time, I didn't think Skadoodle had a kit. Would have been everything, and Fallen in an AWP one-on-one with Skadoodle. That's frothing at the mouth, if I've ever heard it.
Oh, yes. Money available for both teams, but dwindling for both as well. Skadoodle faces towards the end of passing for anyone committing to the challenge. We'll see if they can get anything done here at all. Nades deployed. As we get into it, there will be FAMASs here. Taco and Bolts be in control with the bomb still down at T-spawn. Tarek, Skadoodle defensive once again. Tarek in the pit with Rush. Taco asserted his dominance on this side of the map. Smoke to be deployed. That'll be towards CT spawn, as you can see. But he has been counter-smoked, and just as he throws it, it's a little bit frustrating for that to happen. But just showing presence at this side of the map. A boost will come in as Stewie makes his way up. Smokes towards coffins as well. This looks like the final play from SK. Less than a minute remaining. No map control anywhere else. Automatic deep in spawn. Stewie above him, boosted up.
Smokes down late from the CTs. 45 seconds. That will last to just above the 20-second mark. They may be forced to go through this, SK. Oh, thinks about it. That is perfect. Because not only is the smoke there till about 20 seconds, the Molotov's only going to extinguish now, putting further restraints on time. Tarek and Rush refusing to leave the A site, but Skadoodle's already arrived on A. This is a very good read from Cloud9. Taco finding the shot on Stewie, though. Almost changes it, almost cracks it open, but as Cloud9 ever spawn bolts with only one further kill, overstepping the mark is Skadoodle. They've got time for the plant, 11 seconds. I'll just get it down in the hands of Fallen, and they're both going to head to Ruins. Tarek didn't quite spot the backside of Fallen in doing so, so they do not realize that the site is clean.
Yeah, absolutely. Both players holding up towards that Ruins area. It will be rushed now. Kits available. Flashbangs as well, but they're so focused on the bomb site itself. They're wasting so much time here, and Bolts will punish them for it. Rush now, very unlikely he wins this. He checks the new boxes, nothing to be found. Both of them just holding strong. Didn't even really have to play that round at all. And Rush will have to give in and allow them to save their weaponry. Well played by SK. Good execution there. Automatic and Stewie doing everything they could. Skadoodle, though, overextending after he found the first pick. It was a 3 versus 2. He goes to the wide peak and ultimately goes down, gives them the win. This is the play. So he gets that kill and completely overextends after this one. A bit further out. This is when he goes down. He could have stayed alive. They wait for the rotations, but obviously wanted to try and deny the bomb. He hits that third shot, round would be over. Not meant to be this time. 7-3. We did say that was an important round in terms of the overall economics of it. Scout for Skadoodle, they are all in. Third and final map here, as you can see at the top. He kicked off with Cash. SK picked that up. Moved on to Mirage. Cloud9 found some form and has led us here.
Ooh, dinked as he jumped across by a pre-fire.
By his teammate, was
I think that was by his teammate because the damage, yeah, it would have been. It was cold, shooting from the bottom of mid because the damage isn't significant, and it would have been a rifle. I mean, suppose it is significant, down to 66, but it wasn't, it wasn't a full damage dink.
It means that the M4s now have 1 bullet potential on him.
So Fallen working his way toward B with a vision of Casket. He's got a magic wand to work with. See if he can quickly teleport someone into one of those coffins. As he gets smoked off, he has to back away. It's Taco that's next in line. Automatic. Orange is 2. Actually looking to get boosted perhaps with Stewie in the same angle. And Stewie is gone above. SK want to extend the lead now. This is their chance finally breaking down Cloud9. The last time they made it work, might do so again. Fallen finds automatic inside of the smoke. But Tarek has evaporated. Bolts knows he's likely gone toward Orange's one, and the nade's gonna do it. 19 HP, no hiding from it. In fact, sprays in and realized where he was. Still though, a chance for Cloud9 in the fact that Rush has an M4 Skadoodle on the scout, but no kits. Smoked, Molotov'd, rounded, done. 8 for SK.
Valiant effort there by Cloud9, I have to say. They did keep things competitive for so long. The UMP doing great work, but Bolts with the HE grenade to close things out there. Didn't even need it towards the end, sprayed him down, and they're going to save the M4 and the scout here. Round number 11 will go in favor of SK as they lead 8-3 now. Remember, that was a force buy. They'll have no money going forward. They have been reset. I'll have to just use their scouts and M4 best they can in the next round, but money, something in a decent position now for SK. They get 3.5 grand per player for the bomb being exploded. Here it comes. Money much better looking now. 3 players surviving as well. They should be up against a full eco. They're going to be set for the rest of the half, really. Here's automatic. We said good work with this UMP. Taco found the first with the Stewie boosted on the bomb site, and automatic got 2 with the smoke there as well. We thought there would be a chance, but not quite enough. Can't force this one. They really can't justify that.
Fallen, being the in-game leader as always, is getting very vocal during this timeout.
Oh, yes.
That beard really is getting thick, isn't it? Maybe he's doing one of those silent protests. I will grow this beard until we win the next event.
I think that's
playoff beard.
I think nothing did that once. Like until they won an event, he was just keeping it. Got real dense at one point.
Well, in hockey, they have the playoff beard.
Yeah.
So you get to the playoffs, you let your facial hair grow.
Yeah.
Poor old Sidney Crosby at the age of 18 really had a tough time with that one.
I would as well.
So, music changes, and you know why. We're about to get back underway. SK in the driver's seat, firmly, I would say, at this point as well on the T side. Impressive.
Here we go. 3 players on eco. Rush with the M4. Skadoodle. We drop the scout here. We'll see if he can get anything going at all. Minute 30 on the clock, and SK know they've got full control of this round. Let's make sure they don't give anything away. Make it a clean one. Make sure they leave with nothing. Give them Marana control again. Not really much the CDs can do to even challenge that area. 1 smoke available, 2 flashbangs. They have got a defuse kit, just to note. Very slow, methodical round.
Very standard setup as well from Cloud9, considering the lesser weapons.
Yeah. They won't be going for a flash push, trying to stack the USPs anywhere.
This is where they're going to try and change things up. So they'll boost, I believe, Stewie. I'll wait to confirm. Okay, so they're going to boost Rush.
Got the M4.
Well, I thought they were going to... the reason I said that is it looked like they were going to rotate back through CT and actually stack A, so I thought they were going to leave Stewie on the pistol for a chance to get 1, but it's going to be Rush and Stewie stays, so it looked like they were getting informed to rotate. Fallen and Fur to work out Boiler. Automatic barrel side of the quad position, but he may not get any actions. Doodle just rotates off and goes to B perfectly. Thank you very much for leaving as we come around the arch. That's about as good as it gets if you're SK. Fallen walks out slowly, reveals Tarek's position. Automatic spot between 2, and Skadoodle realizes, wait, I was there, I'm not, I need to go back.
Well, that was their chance, and Skadoodle will tag 1 with the scout. Better clean opening towards the A bomb site. Fallen, great job of the AWP. His teammates going out of the apartments, and he gets another. Rush with that M4 will have no choice but to save this weapon. It's getting quite desperate now for Cloud9. He'll get 1 kill, takes himself down to 67. It'll be fine, he don't need to get that out of his hands. In terms of the money next round, they get $2,400. It's going to be enough. We've got about 2K right now. Him saving the M4 will make things a little bit more comfortable for them overall. But 4 players survive for SK, make it 0. Fallen, amazing shot there to finish things off. Rush is blown out the water, but they're still believing the fist bumps will come in.
That is his tournament stats. 120 kills, 120 kills. 154 deaths, though, and only 63.4 ADR. No, not anywhere near the major performance, and he's normally Mr. Consistent on this team. Nowhere near that.
It was his aim that impressed me the most in the major. Like, it was off the charts how good he was playing. Especially on maps like Train, where there's lots of like angles and flick shots of the AK. He was just railing everyone. It was so fun to watch. Here we go, round number 13 now. The last few chances for Cloud9. It's not looking good for their chances in the Spodek Arena. This is a more balanced map. You definitely still favor the CT. You prefer to start on the CT side for sure. 3 rounds so far. They've won the pistol as well, remember. They've won the pistol. They've only got 3.
Scar still sitting in front of the library.
He's got no AWP this time, though. And he's going to be smoked out of the fun that could be coming in.
It's on both sides.
The bomb's a B map. This is all a ruse.
This
They're going to go for a banana split, your favorite. Nice and creamy.
Haven't had a banana split in years, Henry.
Extra sprinkles, chocolate sauce.
My dad used to make them for me. Don't. You're rubbing it in. Automatic holding from CT was certainly ready for it, but traded by Cold. That opens up the possibility. And the split ensues. We'll see how acrobatic Stewie can be from Coffins. Apparently not.
It's just done, though, isn't it? How can they possibly retake it? Such a strong strategy if it's done properly. Get through CD spawn, you leave one player there to stop the rotations. Fallen's even bullying middle. Not for long, though. Scudetto might want to consider picking up that AWP. Cold Zero, though, denying any sort of chance. He is just a savage right now. Bullying them out of every position. Scudetto thinks about it. At least Rush does about picking it up. They know they took down Fallen. It's like he got the AWP. Double digits for SK map. Perfectly played strat.
The stat that we did miss on the screen, by the way, said that Cloud9 get an average of 7 rounds CT side versus SK.
They're not going to be getting that.
Nope, they're below that average already.
SK actually looking really good on Inferno this game. This is
slow
much
and
better.
tactical, yeah, much
Good
more
executions, proper defaults, and not giving up frags for absolutely nothing. That was those problems before. They've actually been working hard. Whatever work they've done, they've turned it around now. This is looking excellent. Great tactics, good formations on the default, good awareness, and clutches coming in their favor. Didn't even win the pistol, and they have double digits on the T side. This is the Inferno we know and love. That B execution, especially the Molotovs in the back right, perfectly timed. It's all looking quite positive for them right now. Oh, we've got a rocking boat here. Oh, I feel sick. Never was good on the water.
Well, it's rough seas ahead for Cloud9.
Ooh, yeah.
It's not bad, right? Thanks.
Nautical references on point. Let's go.
Thank you. I like the water. Always fun to be on. And in. Or around.
Or the water could be cold as he goes up middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. There he is. We'll call that 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Let's not make this a contest. It'll just go
Fall
downhill
apart.
fast.
Okay, well, the default once again. We have been praising SK how good these have been, but Scudetto will wake up and take down further through the smoke.
Tarek still waiting on the balcony outside of the doorway where an AWP in the hands of Fallen wants to enter. That's a bit peculiar. I get the point of being in this doorway. As we see it from that angle, you want to see toward library, you can see anyone rotating, but to enter from that position is always difficult. You need aid from below. There is no one below. Taco and Bolts are going to go together in a 2-2 take on B, and then hopefully, if it works, Fallen will be able to catch off rotation. Stewie's already won against Taco. Bolts has nowhere to go. 45 seconds, and they have to regroup.
2 versus 4. Might as well go for it if you're SK. You got plenty of money for that final round. They'll be coming up next. This is looking like the 4 for Cloud9, almost locked in at this point. But Fallen and Bolts, can they do anything with it? Actually tagging up Tarek there through the wall. Some sort of crazy flick there, didn't actually look on him. That's... There he goes down eventually. Now just up to Bolts to try and cause some sort of damage here. He'll plant and go down. There it is. Automatically let him plant. Okay.
I'm surprised by that as well,
It doesn't
considering...
matter. They've got
yeah,
money.
it's round 14. They're going to have money no matter what. You're right. I was going to say.
But I guess he's just guaranteeing the frag. He would have been more guaranteed just to face him at the start. Maybe he was trying to anticipate. If he fake plant says ready for me, then I won't face. That kind of makes sense.
3 kills for Skadoodle in the round. As he builds his score up. 11 for him, 13 automatic. Automatic, believe it or not, despite Cloud9 being back 6 rounds, is leading the way on 13.
No, we're doing it again, Matt.
Kill distribution's actually relatively close. It's fine. You're going to be... Vomit overboard. I don't want to have to get on deck to scrub.
Well, we'll see.
And if you don't vomit overboard, you can walk the plank.
It's all men on deck for Fallen and Co. as they go towards Banana. Hey,
It's usually all hands, but I
all
can see
hands
why
on deck,
you
yeah.
put men
I tried.
in there. You know, I
tried,
get it.
Matt.
I know what's on
reached
your minds.
into the darkness, tried to pull out a nautical reference again. Didn't work out for me, I admit it. All right? All hands on deck, yes. Obviously, that's what I meant. Fur and Fallen opening things up. 5 on 3. Rush has to find a retrade here if he can do it. They could get back in the round. He does find one, maybe even a second here. Coldzera does get dinged, but will not be taken down. 10 HP, 4 on 2. Automatic Skadoodle. And this should be 11-4. AK for Scar. Automatic with the AWP, and this is a good position. We'll find at least one frag. That's Fallen going down. Has he got any more in the chamber? Apparently not. 3 versus 1. Automatic on the retake with probably the worst weapon for the job.
Could be an 11-4 for SK. You're right, it is about the worst weapon for the retake as he goes into small pit. Molotov's gonna force bolts out, but Bolt throws a nade directly. His position seemingly knew that he was there. Great shot placement as well as we hit 11-4 at half. SK will swap over to the CT side, and my oh my, great chance they can wrap this series up and get into the Spodek again. This is an elimination match between 2 of the world's best. Who would have thought they'd be here? We'll take a break and get ready for halftime number 2. Cloud9 certainly needs to.
Intel Extreme Masters.
The last half of a best of 3 between SK and Cloud9, and one of the last halves, one of these 2 teams, I shouldn't say one of the last halves, the last half that one of these 2 teams will play in this event. Pending overtime, I have to put that disclaimer in there because someone will sue me when it happens.
Well, a must-win pistol here for the boys in the Cloud9 camp. They'll be over on the T side now. 2 smokes, 2 Molotovs, no HEs. You don't want to need the HE grenades to rush Banana here. Molotovs suggest they will still end up there. We'll see, though. One player going towards second middle. That's Rush. His teammates do go towards the T-steps. Waits for the nades to come in. No initial challenge from SK here. We have got 1 player towards top middle. That's Taco. A little spot towards middle, but that's about it. And they will indeed go towards B. So why I say the Molotovs, I mean, they like to go towards B because you Molotov the back right. You Molotov the new oranges. You can smoke CT spawn, smoke the coffins. And we'll see if that rings true as they make their final play. Those are the smokes. Here's the setup. Here's the commitment. And the Molotovs, as mentioned, are missing that. That's not good enough.
No, not at all. Both missed. In fact, you got to clear oranges 1 and oranges 2. Luckily for them, there's going to be no one in those positions when they do go through, but the whole design is to check only the right side. Left is covered off for you, or they're completely visible. Wrapping around toward Ruins. Fur makes sure that there's no one wrapping in behind him, having gone by the tree. They didn't have vision with the smoke down. Still Cloud9 has control, despite missing those Molotovs and getting it planted with time enough to get toward Banana. Cold. What a shot on Taco, or Tarek, excuse me. As he knows Automatics there as well. Red HP, headshot to win it between the two, and Automatic finds it first.
How's he done that? Well played, Automatic. 8 HP, Glock burst fire for 1. Stays alive as long as possible, just baiting out the time. And Cold Zero can't do anything about it. Couldn't find that 1 bullet required. The must-win pistol there from Cloud9. Now have both pistols to their name on Inferno. Still 11-5 down. Will the force spike come through? Of course it will. It's SK. Fur with the Max 7. Bolt CZ, Deagles for Cold Zero and Taco. Fallen finishes things off with just the PT50. Taco doesn't get armor, same story for Fallen, so watch out for that. Fallen definitely the main AWPer. Taco can use it on some maps, maybe Cobblestone.
Automatic, still at the bottom of middle. Tarek's gonna swing all the way back around as well. Tarek trying to spot out toward the top of middle is gonna look for the right side. Stewie and Skadoodle will slow things down as well. Both pistols now going away of Cloud9. This time they need to convert. Remember, they lost the subsequent round in the first half. Cold's going to be boosted above the smoke cleverly to see if they can spot top mid wall especially. Jump to confirm there's absolutely no one there, but not to be found as a frag either.
Slow and steady so far. Tarek and Rush looking again in CT spawn. 3 CTs waiting though as Bolts does hear them go past. Does he get anything from this? Does a little bit of damage, at least shows his presence. And now the T's on the other side of the map. They'll have a lot of trouble here. Cold Zero, great shot. Rush needs to recover this situation, which he will. 1 kill comes in, but it's an absolute chaotic situation here. And Fur going absolutely wild with the Max 7. Comes down to the 2 versus 1. Automatic with 10 seconds. He takes a nade to the face. Has to find this kill, which he will. 5 seconds remain. And Taco knows he can stop the bomb going down if he went in just then, but it makes a lot of noise, and for no reason at this point. The bomb is planted. 1 HP on Automatic. That smoke could save him.
Watch the AK. Automatic has the headshot potential. The smoke could not only save him, but give him an escape, and Taco's aware of it. It could be back-to-back halves in which SK steal back round 2. He's giving a lot of time away to Automatic, who's staying in the smoke. That's quite good, because he knew the AK was enough to distract low HP. He pulls to the side, and he finds Taco firing at the thrown gun.
Absolutely wrecked. Very similar to what Simple did on Dust 2. Remember, he throws the AWP through the window just to distract and come through the pistol. That is godlike. He makes Taco feel a little bit silly there. Oh my goodness. We're just going to enjoy this for a second. Sitting in the smoke for so long, knowing he's just 1 bullet from death. Throws the AK out. Watch this. Get ready for it. Throws it out. No idea. Completely nails the shot as well.
That's so sick. He knew that Taco was waiting and looking at that smoke as well. He had to have beat. Where else could he have gone? So, saving the round for Cloud9 with a little bit of IQ.
Yeah, that's cool. Stewie. Easy frag on Fallen. Missed him. Luckily, he'll spin round. Fallen couldn't quite capitalize on the chance there. And that play from Automatic is right back in this game. That was everything.
Certainly.
A little bit of music there for you, Matt.
Well, it's not the final curtain call just yet, Henry. And you may have called me fat earlier in this broadcast, but I'm not singing. As Rush will take down Cold Zero. It's just Fur to find, and Cloud9 will find 3 in a row.
Just Fur, you're right. Deagle in hand can be quite the master with this weapon, but I don't think he'll be fine. Much form here. Rush takes him down. There it is, the 3-0. SK in recovery mode now. Automatic, the hero so far for Cloud9 on Mirage, and indeed Inferno. He has 18 kills, 12 deaths at the very top of his team. Top for SK's Bolts on 15 for 9.
All but done. Cloud9 looking to win this, the first gun round as well. There's our music.
There it is.
We can have it now. I'll allow it.
The timeout music. Very good time to bring one out, considering you force one in the second round, you won't have that AWP. Fallen goes to the FAMAS and utility. No defuse kits at all for SK Gaming. There's Tarek, the in-game leader of Cloud9, working out what he can do. Will be helped by their Valens in this particular round to work out what the play will be. Got plenty of money on that side, and they're opting for more of a bonus situation here. They've got Galils, Mac 10s, and they throw the Mac 10 away. Skadoodle gets given the orb. And we'll see if this is the round to really get them back in the half.
Ska with the op will sit toward the underpass position in mid. No one peeking him from top mid just yet. Looking for a boost even above the smoke he is now. As Rush pre-fires the angles inside of the apartments. Automatic will do the same with the AK having gotten inside of Boiler. So aggressive from Cloud9 to take some control. No secrets in their positioning. Although it's been a little bit more silent over toward Banana, but that too revealed with a flash going inside of the site.
Very quiet here, but the bomb is setting itself up towards B. Skadoodle. That on his back. 4 players on that side of the map. And they'll have an open bomb site, Matthew, as Stewie just completely wrecks the defense there. Single-handedly destroys them. That's a save already. That's round done in 2 kills. No way you can recover from that. Fallen and Fur taken down in the same spray. Stewie once again performing for Cloud9, trying to get a bit more out of this. Cold Zero denies that, but his work is done.
Advantage, therefore, to the T side, and with guns going to be very low, I dare say SK might find themselves against the ropes in no time.
In a bit of a pickle.
A dilly of a pickle.
Automatic looking to find all these remaining weapons. He did take that Taco, almost certainly, but he did have a smoke to recover. You'll know he's in there. They check the bomb site now. Bolts and Taco both in the pit at this point. Hope the bomb to go off, and they will commit. Taco will stay alive for now, hiding in the smoke. Bolts should survive as well. Taco did go down eventually, so only 1 weapon brought into round number 20 here. We have a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to have to be an eco now for SK Gaming. No way they can buy into this round. If they say 3 rifles, they'd probably force.
Are you one of those people to remove your pickles on your burgers?
No, I love a pickle.
Good. You know what? I think everyone's silly arguing over pineapple on pizzas, which is delicious. I think pickles on pizza is the best.
I think a pickle anywhere is good, and I mean
I bet you mean that. Yeah,
I really mean that.
Stop there.
Ask Machine, he'll tell you all about it.
Well, he will. He was in the Ukraine, had that experience, I'm sure.
Okay, it's round number 20 here. And Mag 7 is out for Fur, and Bolt had that saved weapon, but that's gone now. Stewie, he'll find that opening frag. 3 for him in the last 2. Very important kills as well. Fallen, trying to recover the rifle. He can just about reach it. It's the M4 now. Round or done, don't be wrong. There's still a chance in a 5-4, even with just a Mag 7 and a Mag 4A4. Taco facing towards middle, trying to make more fantastic shots with that Desert Eagle. Taco in the second half has 1 kill, 4 deaths. I'm really liking the scoreboard so far.
Might sneak around this corner. Close with the AK in hand. Tarek causes the aim punch to be a factor. That Deagle was lined up and due for a good exchange. So too is the Mag 7. As Tarek goes back out for more, but can't get the headshot, and Stewie will finally silence him and then run to the pit to cover off the bomb plant. 11-9 looking likely as a result of that kill, and Fallen might want to just keep this M4 alive and well.
That should be the round concluded. 4 players surviving. Both kills opening up the A site. Go to Stewie. Automatically they'll find one of the closing frags, and will be Fallen to save the M4A4. In terms of the loss bonus, they're a maximum next round. SK can't get a footing on their CT side. Their T side looked a lot better. They got 11 rounds there. But so far, no dice in the second half. Pistol went against them in an automatic with that great play, dropping the AK through the smoke and completely bamboozling Taco there. Needed 1 bullet, couldn't find it. Set blown off. That's Stewie 2K One of the key fraggers for Cloud9. Him and Automatic have so much power within their rifles. It's a great movement as well. Smart plays, as you saw. Here we go. I think it's another timeout for the SK boys. Cold Zera on the AWP, just a note. It's tactical pause for Cloud9. We'll discuss their options here. Stewie with the T-side up. We have to say, Skadoodle has shied away from warping as much.
Yeah, absolutely. No, he didn't look good at all on map 1 of this series. This series has been going the distance, undoubtedly, but yeah, no, he didn't look comfortable. Missed a number of shots, especially in the B site on Cash. And you're right in saying he's been shying away from it. Stewie, T-sided off. Scott does have literally the worst spawn you could possibly have for an AWP, but Stewie's isn't that much better, but we'll see if it's switched back, and perhaps that's why. All the way at the back. Meanwhile, single op for Cold Zera. I thought he was going to take the fight. He went toward the mid wall, but didn't go out. Big Stewie's going to rush right up Banana with his 2 players pushed out. He's stuck between a number of Molotovs. That is aggressive from SK.
Yeah, he'll take a lot of damage though, but Lee relatively healthy. Shots going through the smoke there. Rico will have full Banana control here, but it did cost him most of their utility. Falling with 2 flashbangs and presumably Fur has got nothing, so they have no grenades now to defend the B side of the map. So it's a double-edged sword. In that respect, you do get the initial advantage, but if you get chucked back in the bomb site, you will have a difficult time holding up an execution.
Well, speaking of execution, a bit of utility expended by Cloud9 in a small execution, if you will. It's not a full site take, but to get the mid wall at the very least. Skadoodle will wait, ready himself for any contact or refaces that Cloud9 wants to throw toward them. Flames gonna reach just far enough to get automatic, rather annoyingly, I'm sure.
Okay then, 30 seconds. Cloud9 did an excellent job so far, not giving up any kills. They've got rid of all the CT utility. It's going to do the first pick. And here comes the final play and commitment towards the A site.
Taco ready, so too his bolts. Crossfire established, bolts AC deep, but he stays on the box. The box found by Tarek as the AWP slides in front of the Vespa. And it's going to be automatic to follow that, to replicate form on Taco, giving the advantage firmly to Cloud9 with a bomb plant as well. No rounds yet for SK on this CT side, and it has been a problem for them in the past. Remember, go back to Malmo when Phelps pushed down with Fur. That's where everything started to fall apart for SK in many ways.
Absolutely. Nothing they can do with this one again. Cloud9, perfect default there. You can see SK with no grenades whatsoever to try and retake that. Skadoodle opens things up with the AWP. Tarek joins him. Automatic got 1 push through the smoke. Maybe a little bit too keen to close up the round there. He was taken down, but still with a 3-on-2 lead. Fallen and Fur have to save their weaponry. Maximum loss bonus. They can buy up with this save they've got right now. It won't be ideal. They can drop. Fallen can buy an AWP with his residual cash. He's at 6.5 grand right now. They can buy an AWP, drop the AK. Fur can drop a UMP. There'll probably be 1 player on a pistol, I'd imagine. Fallen had a deagle in his back pocket. So he'll take the AWP and a deagle by the looks of things. In fact, he won't. He's going to take the AK-47. He actually opts to drop an extra rifle instead of going for the AWP drop here. He's currently on 14 kills, 12 deaths. Another timeout.
Fair enough. Whatever works. Pull out all the quirks. It's now 1 round between them with not much to work with on SK. Going to be into this round bonus of 6 straight rounds for Cloud9. If they pull this back, yeah, SK is going to have to really start to question their Inferno. I thought getting 11 rounds would be fantastic on the T side, but Cloud9 picking them apart very well. The offense. Fallen's going to be left to a deagle. Didn't quite catch what Taco's got to work with. I think he's just on a pistol as well. Oh no, gun down. I think someone dropped for him.
Yeah,
there's an AK.
Instead of the AWP, they went for rifles instead. So
right.
Still a pretty decent buy, but Cloud9 hot on their heels right now in terms of the scoreline. Like you said, not a single round posted on the CT side. From what looked like a much better T-zone in Inferno, 11 rounds posted, you think, okay, great, they've sorted all their issues out. They're ready to play this map properly, but maybe not so much. Cloud9 bullying them here on the T side. It all stems from that victory from Automatic in the 1 versus 1 with Taco in the second round. Taco this time though, playing the apartments. He'll be holding strong in the pit and is trying to get that 1 pick and fall back. This is a change of pace. It's the first time we've seen this strategy from Cloud9. Flash out, this could be a surprise attack as the flashes go in, no smokes deployed, and it will be Automatic. It's a great move to make his way out there. Can't find the kill though. Volts will find the initial shot. Can he get any more from this one? Apparently not. Taco though shows himself from the pit, and they're going to need him to be strong here. Cold Zero, the UMP, still keeping the dream alive.
Certainly will. Taco as well, still alive in that pit. Means he can still menace them as they try and get toward the site. They do find Cold, edge of the smoke in the site, just sitting there waiting with the UMP, but it's the advantage for SK. About time, many would argue on this CT side, as Rush still sits inside of the site, hoping that the bomb can get there. So far it can't. Skadoodle's still worried about top and middle as well.
Taco's doing such a good job just staying alive here. He doesn't face, he wins the round. He just run that timer down as long as possible. Rush is waiting for him to make a mistake, but Taco, we've seen this from him before. Doesn't have to do anything here. He knows they can't really push it. They go in the open and try and push towards the pit. They'll be taken down. But the smoke makes things more complicated now. Rush does have a chance to try and take him down. Taco knows it. Well aware. Still running that timer down. Every second he's alive is devastating for his opposition. He will find yet another kill. Rush though, that's going to be the round surely. But it does come down to the 1 versus 1. Fallen. AWP towards short. Actually the AK-47. And he will be winning the round. So Rush did everything he could, but it all comes down to Taco and his timings and his patience in the pit.
Solid round SK as a result of it, and a much needed one at that. That'll hit the reset hard.
Yeah, but they knew you had 1 player survive, right? So not ideal.
Exactly that. They're going to have to invest back into this, but they're limited to only 2 kits, Cold and Fallen. Good smokes. All 5 have them. But only 1 incendiary to work with. Take that back. There's 2. First got 1 as well as Cold.
Well. I thought this one was an open showcase after the first half, but Cloud9 fighting their way back into it. SK their first round here. Cloud9 can win this round. Double eco for the Brazilian side. This one up in spawn. Skadoodle using the wall position here. He'll be on his teammate's head. As you can see there, the little tower. It's a realistic game. So we hit the 1 minute 20 mark. Chance for the execution. All 5 players here once again. If you ever see all 5 players on the side of a map, they can't fall back. They don't know what's coming behind them, so they have to commit. This won't be an execution, everyone. I can see this is a contact play. Get as close as you can, then unload. When you're right at the choke point here, Tara got the first kill, but first still boosted up. He'll drop down at this point. Can he find anything more? He can. Takes down Stewie. They have the man advantage for now, but Automatic looking to do some adjustments here. Good Molotov from him. Shot's going to be fired from Ferb in a moment, I'd imagine. No. That smoke to go down. Throws incendiary towards new boxes. Rush will have to move.
Will not. He wants Rush to move directly back into it and have the lineup for the angle, but he gets aggressive. He needs to get something sorted because he can't get any vision toward them. Rush is getting picked apart by utility alone. Still, Fur is unable to get the kill. Good Molotov. That spreads perfectly. Didn't think it was going to the way it hit the boxes, but it works out that Skadoodle still got a perfect position towards Banana, and he might have the round in himself because there's not enough time for the plant. He does damage to Cold, but not the kill. Doesn't matter. Cloud9 finds 11, and the reset's going to hit hard, and they'll lose Cold as well.
Yes, they absolutely will. That is a reset, and Skadoodle saves the AWP. Wasn't the prettiest of rounds, but they all count, map. As round number 23 slips away from SK, they save 1 rifle here. Cloud9 closing the gap, 12 to 11 on the T side of Inferno. Another pause. I think 8 of them will be used this game. Rightly so. It is the 3rd and final map to decide who makes it to the Spodek Arena here in Katowice, IEM. So another chance for Fallen to decide what's going to happen here. I can see a UMP was purchased there. I think they might be going for this. There's an M4 down in spawn, and they're going all in map. What do you think about that?
I mean, I did not expect this half at all from SK, having done so well on the T side.
Definitely
getting
not.
Absolutely overrun by Cloud9. And you can see they've tried different approaches as well. Lots of utility, 3 Molotovs, 2 smokes, spray through it. Everything at Banana from both Fur and Fallen. That was quite a few rounds ago now, but still, this is not working out. Everything they tried passive as well. And they're going to have to go a little more passive with the SMGs and the shotgun for Fur, which is going to play on Banana, not in the apartments where you'd expect to see that weapon.
Here we go. All in from SK. everyone down to $0 here, and there's a max 7, 3 SMGs, and a saved M4. It is not ideal. They still have the lead for now. It'll be the end of the game. They lose this one. Maybe onto something great if they can somehow pick it up. Automatic tentatively looks through the apartments here. Nades thrown. Gotta find any sort of contact here. The CT can't really challenge these areas in the map about the rifles.
Bolts, Taco, and Cold. They'll be the ones that have to hold this off. And all three, very passive, 2 SMGs. Thankfully, Taco does have the M4, but they're not going to put him in the pit this time. They want him to be able to swing with that weapon. So we can see potentially over toward Library as well. Cloud9's not going to make any mistakes about this. Certainly giving foresight to every position as Stewie and Tarek even go back to Banana to see what's going on, see if they can get a read toward B. Bomb still waiting top of alt middle. I expect we'll go toward A because the 3 players near enough to it are already heading into the site. Stewie wants to hold Fallen and Fur. In fact, he's caused the rotation. Cold's gone early. They know they're going to be on edge. They know they don't have the utility to take duels confidently, so they need strength in numbers, and that means they can make the numbers move to unite, but it's mutiny as they sneak in the backside. Automatic to take Taco. Just bolts remaining to find directly on A. That's done. Tarek can plant safely, and they'll have to save again.
Brilliantly done by Stewie there. They're showing enough presence towards the latter stages of the round. It causes a rotation at the worst possible time. As soon as they do that, Automatic helps himself towards the arch, wraps around the bomb site, finds a player with his pants down, and then they go all in. Sure, there's only 8 seconds the bomb went down, but they'd found both kills. Bolts did what he could to stay alive. As you can see on his screen, that's his corpse towards the balcony there. You didn't get anything with the UMP. Bomb planted, no kills given away. Perfectly done by Cloud9. Couldn't have gone any better for them. Didn't even really take any damage there. Stewie pulls everything away, and fine. Save your SMG, save your shotgun. He's not going to win the round. Going forward, and they're all tied up. Cloud9 looking to knock SK Gaming out of the tournament here. Who would have thought? 11-4 down, and they find themselves here. Oh, that says it all. They're running out of timeout surely at this point.
Yeah, well, apparently all of the water is flowing in the direction of the terrorists. That's why the boat is near their spawn, because the other boat never made it back to shore. The CT side has been awful, Henry.
It has been. They've got 1 round so far. It currently sits at 8-1. In favor of Cloud9 in the second half. They won't force this one SK. Let's try and use their saved weapons to do any sort of damage they can. Shotgun can be a little bit sinister at times. Give it a chance, then find multiple frags. For now, though, Automatic gets himself in towards the apartments, waiting to see if that baited out any sort of push from the CTs. That bit of noise he makes jumping up. Silently gets down. 2-man stack here towards quad, one in the pit as well. Need to make sure they convert these rounds cleanly. Can't make any mistakes here.
And continue to crisp themselves at the entrance toward B, but look back over to A. That's the seemingly more inclined. Still just 1 round for SK on this half. Unbelievable.
45 seconds and Cloud9 strike first. Tarek takes down Bolts, and Taco's pretty much their only chance. I say that. Fallen gets 1. Skadoola needs to be careful here. Caught with his nades out. The bomb goes down. They're going to get an AWP out of this. This could actually get really messy, but Automatic's there to pick up the pieces. Coldzera catches the nades once again. Can he find the shot? Not quite. The UMP not quite finding the damage at all. And Fur with the max 7 won't be able to do anything with this. Got scary for a moment, but well recovered.
Just about. That just about fell apart. Automatic getting the kill to keep them away from the AWP, and then the UMP not having enough to get the job done from the apartments. Tarek's going to have to leave the pit. He'll go now because Bomb will certainly take away the remainder of his HP on 18. The fact that he heads toward the apartments as well. Shotgun. Fur's got this kill easy. Thank you very much for the weapon. And gone he is.
$900 in the bag as well. With the swag 7. Off he goes.
$900 holla.
He'll survive. They've lost the lead. Who would have thought?
Unbelievable. That is ridiculous.
Automatic hasn't really missed a beat so far. 23 kills for him. He's been great in the second half. I'll have a look how many frags he's got in this particular half. Let's have a look. So in the first half, he got 14. Second, he got 10. He's only died 3 times so far in the second half. It's pretty good. 105 ADR. As we'll move things along. MP9 for Taco. Falling with the AWP, I think for the first time on the CT side. Maybe the second. Cloud9 in touching distance of the arena right now. Knocked down the group stages over in Kiev.
Stewie. Looking again toward Banana. Taco already backing off the angle inside of the apartments, and that will be gathered up immediately by Automatic and Rush. Fallen's up. Very, very passive, by the way, all the way to Emo. This time on Banana. So Cold's going to cover the arch with a rifle instead.
He has to be passive. He's got no armor right now, so the nades go in the corner, the Molotovs, he's so vulnerable to them. He can't be his usual aggressive self.
It's such an easy position to get nades into, but you're right, they won't be pre-naded. They will already be exposed to get them into that angle that gives him a chance at the shot, and we know Fallen can be quick. But he's going to have to be very quick, and so too are SK to recover this half if they want to continue on in the event.
Oh yes, less than a minute now for Cloud9. B control heading their way. Molotov at the corner. That's not what they're ending up though. This is Stewie selling everything he can at B once again. His teammates ready and waiting at the A bomb site. This time is a little earlier than usual. They can execute towards A momentarily. Cold Zero waits. This time has got the M4A4. Taco and Bolts in the pit. Who will come out on top? Cold Zero's got to put the deliver here.
Oh, nearly gets caught out. Cold does go down, gets traded out by Stewie, but got away as he got away from the flash from going down scot-free. And his bolts, good angle and good damage to take a chance of fighting from the pit. Look at the damage done. In fact, Cloud9 barely alive in this, but yet have the man advantage and a rotation needed from Fur and Fallen. Fallen still on an AWP and a kit for Fur, but are they calling this? They are. They're already going back to T-spawn. They're going to give up yet another round, so it's 14-12.
The money's just not there for them. They have to. It's not worth the risk at this stage. They need that all for the next round. Fallen with no armor. They've got one smoke to work with and an AK. Like, it's not going to happen for them. They probably know that. Even though there's low HP players, they play it correctly. Cloud9 still come out on top. They'd have to waste so much time checking every nook and cranny of the map. There it is. Good trades from Cloud9. Great fundamentals generally. As they will find themselves round number 14. SK still with 1 hill. That's going to be 10-1 in the second half. Who would have thought? Automatics looking poised. Teammates Skadoodle and Stewie starting to catch him up now. 16 kills for Scar. Stewie on 18. Tarek 14, but he's just been going in first and setting up the trades, and that's been working out very nicely for him. They're going to have to force around these saved weapons now, trying to avoid series points. Playoff point here at this stage. Have a timeout for Cloud9. I did say all 8s will be used on Inferno. Take a moment just to work out what's been working so far. Stewie showing his hand towards B and faking it towards A has been great. They changed it up, go for the B execute now. At 13-12, it was the first time Cloud9 had taken the lead since the pistol. I think we've been driving that home.
Yeah, I mean, apparently someone's doing some driving, but no one on SK is. Wheels have come off somewhere. They're stuck in the sand trap outside of turn 3. 5 laps into testing, Henry. No reference there.
No.
Not angry about it at all. He seemed rather relaxed about it, though, I will say. Fallen and Fur. SK getting up to try and get an angle, but Skadoodle can't do anything of it. Fallen is well positioned and well read. He gets the opener. First time he's gotten the opener in a while on that AWP as well. Perhaps something in that for SK as they save that weapon desperately to try and get this into a win situation rather than forcing out for overtime.
Oh, here we go. Fallen made a massive play there to find the AWP of Cloud9. Still a lot of work to do here on number 27. They'll go back and execute towards B. Fallen at the back of the site once again. This time has got armor. Money for Cloud9. Very good even they lose this round. Molotovs in. Flashbangs towards spawn. In they go. And they'll be challenged with the AWP. There's flames in front of them. They're burning alive. And Fallen's just got a shooting gallery here. Finds 2. Smokes himself out of position. But will almost guarantee the round at this point. Stewie's not going to do anything with this one. Down he'll go. He'll get 1 kill at least. 40 seconds. He could fall back and be a nuisance at least at this point.
Certainly could, but SK is going to pick up a round much needed as
Oh,
well.
he's going to run away.
Yeah, well, not going to happen, I'm afraid. Not with Molotov down as it is. So if he runs that direction, he's going to run directly. Oh my goodness, into Taco, who's fully blind spraying. Hopefully,
Oh my god.
optimistically, and Bolts is the only one that's realized the situation and gotten in position. If he gets isolated into a one-on-one, this is still doable. Stewie, though, not ready for a presence on the A side as he jump check toward Library, expecting a presence that far away still in rotation. So Bolts does recover, and it goes one round between them. SK, they're only their second round in the second half, and that's due to a save previously.
So a wider angle there for Fallen. That's quite a neat little trick to avoid any AWPers coming up banana for those watching at home. Stewie, great effort though. I was kind of believing for a second. I was on the hype train. As he took down Taka with the flashbang there, he didn't see it coming. Need to avoid the reset here. If they lose this round, SK are out of it. All comes down to this. Overtime still very likely.
Taco sits on the balcony. As he's done many rounds before. There is four men presence from SK on A. 4 alone at B. Stewie is all the way down toward T-spawn, chilling out, making sure that no one's going to push banana. And as I can tell you, more so than they can, obviously, no one is going to push banana. This from Fallen.
Looking quite good actually.
Spotted. Gun barrel would have come around the corner too soon. He was late to catch them crossing toward the wall, so Tarek gets damage in toward him, and they'll back off of it as a result. They know that they've definitely caused a bit of chaos against the CTs. If they lose this, they ultimately lose the game based on the money situation. Taco, good find on automatic there for SK.
Yeah, that was a lovely pick fire by Taco. I'll go back towards B. 30 seconds remaining. Skadoodle looking to open things up, and I think Fallen is at the back of the site once again. Same position. Such great work from there before. CTs don't have much grenades. So first trying to play in front of the smokes, and Bavarian is spraying them down. Doesn't get the double, but Fallen will back him up. 19 seconds now, 4 versus 2. Cloud9 have to be brave and try and take Fallen at this point. Flashbang comes in, he will be flashed, and he'll burn alive. They have a chance now. Bomb will be planted. The CTs have a long rotation. It's up to Skadoodle and Rush to hold them at bay.
They'll do their best by getting early into position. Skadoodle already spotting across from Cold Zero. I'm not sure that Cold realized in turn that he was. Yeah, okay, definitely was realized because calls for his teammates to flash it. He doesn't need to go back and retake the fight. He needs to work and figure out where the second member is. Together they are, as we know. Rush spotted, that'll confirm it. And Rush is going to win out the first duel. Taco overstepping the wall, nearly lost his footing and therefore stepped into the shots. But it's Skadoodle to try and spray through on the defuse, and he nails Taco. He's got a real chance against Bolts, but Bolts immediately gets back on it, and Skadoodle's not fooled!
That's insane. How has he done that? 2 wall bangs, both players defusing, and he probably wins the game for them then and there. That's money gone, full reset. Skadoodle and Rush get it done. That's nuts. Both players on the full defuse there, hoping that wouldn't happen.
Bolts was hoping to get away with it. He thought if I could get back on it right now, Skadoodle's not going to check. He's going to look for me to repeak. No way, Skadoodle. Brilliant. Shot through the coffins, and it might be a homecoming, or I was going to say party. Usually homecoming goes with a party. It's going to be a disaster for SK if they go out now.
Yes.
With 1 round to go for Cloud9, and you said it, that takes the money completely out of the pockets of SK.
Yeah, that's wrecked him. Skadoodle hasn't had the best tournament here over in Katowice, but all will be forgiven if that's the play that gets them into the arena. My God, what just happened? SK were looking so comfortable the last couple of rounds, but it all falls apart. The final hurdle there. Series point, playoff point. CZs, MP9s for Mass. Cloud9 cannot afford to let this one slip by the wayside. If ever there was a chance to knock SK out of the tournament, this would be it.
The new tab of our global offensive has been completely obliterated. Oh, the admins are on it pretty quick, actually. It's already fixed. Not bad. Not quite as good as the clutch Skadoodle just had, but pretty clutch from the admins nonetheless. Guns in the bin. Cloud9 looking to shut this down, coming back from an 11-4 deficit at halftime. A terrorist side that has never looked back. A number of bomb plants that led to detonation as well, so SK tried their best to save guns. In fact, 7 of the 11 rounds they've now won on the T side were due to the bomb exploding. There we go. Toward the pit. Molotov already thrown that direction. Smoke still down from Taco at the doorway of the apartments. Tarek and Stewie, the last time they did this with 3 players leaving the bomb at top middle, it was Stewie, remember, that sold the fake, and they went back toward A, and they caused a rotation from Cold Zero. It's Bolts this time that's at the archway that they want to force to move. Same play. Smoke down. Stewie with a flash. Bolts gone. It works twice. Now they just have to get inside of the A site, and Bolts is already heading back. He's realized it. They've seen this before, and Cold Zero's up to the task on the box. He's got 2, but he's out of ammo. He couldn't find Skadoodle. The headshot certainly was there, but Tarek to plant the bomb, and Skadoodle to watch over him. Guardian-esque toward the library, but Skadoodle, he makes up for it. I was gonna say Fallen. Could have foiled it. It's on Fur. All on Fur. Tournament on his shoulders. And Skadoodle with the op has looked hot in the last few rounds, has 2 kills. Stewie on 100 HP, still to watch the bomb, and as he walks in, it's a crossfire set. Stewie's just getting into position now, and he'll spot him crossing over. Cloud9 moves on, and SK go home.
They were 11-4 upper half. It looked like all the problems on Inferno had been solved, but Cloud9 turned things around. SK Gaming will not be going any further, and Cloud9 do make it to the arena.